Metro Boomin want some more, nigga. She banking on me on the bank. I smack her, she let her get spanked. I tackle her, bitch let her wrestle. Young bachelor, we love to play. So come out when I move the drapes. Know my move when I grab your waist. Know you fucking a man that's made. Hey, keep it low key, she ain't after fame. No, she ain't after fame. You ain't like that, oh, I used to be fucking. You don't have nothing to say. Don't care about no cuffing, you wanna keep busting it. Don't let me know when you came. I love you in so many ways. Don't know why you never complain. But you, I can never be shamed. And I usually never say never. Oh shit, look at me today. Lay your vibe, I don't need no sage. Cut coat and you color glaze. Good sex, that ain't all we make. Wanna get tired of you. I'm in the Boston, we're at the top, and we got us an ocean view. I know I got it, I'm all in the body, and nobody get a clue. We in the coupe pulling up for the private at G5 on the two. I really like it, I wanna stay excited, don't wanna get tired of you. You wake up and you wanna go shopping. Pick out a car, you got too many options. Bubblegum baby, yeah, you got it poppin'. Know what you do for the pattern. Kilo, I'm all in my food, you suck and slap. I'm like the queen of the mop. Soon as I come, she keep sucking on, want her to stop it. Digging, I'm breaking, I'm baking, I'm stroking. I see why they causing commotion. Hitting and licking that views of the ocean. Her pussy wet as an ocean. None of the business, I'm bossed by the way I'm approaching. I'm gonna wanna eat chosen. East to the west, we just really been coasting. Me and little baby in motion. Wanna get tired of you. I'm in the Boston, we're at the top, and we got us an ocean view. I know I got it, I'm all in the body, and nobody get a clue. We in the coupe pulling up for the private at G5 on the two. I really like it, I wanna stay excited, don't wanna get tired of you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another banger, another episode of ENS Updates. Just like clockwork, we're back again, and it feels good. It's honestly a blessing to be able to wake up and be the host of this amazing show and be able to talk about things that we are all so very passionate about. Because the truth is this, whether ENS Updates is rolling or not, whether I decide to launch this space or not, there's always going to be a community of people who is hungry for information, who is hungry for conversation, right? It doesn't stop. The hunger, the knowledge, the entertainment, all that is going to continue to happen. So I appreciate every single one of you guys being here early and tuning into this particular show, right? And what I mean by that is we're all fighting for attention as content creators. And more importantly, above content creators, it's the individual platforms within itself, right? So I hope Twitter wins the attention battle because I'm spending a lot of time on Twitter, which means I hope Twitter can outpace TikTok, Meta, YouTube, Instagram, so forth and so on, right? Because then it becomes a competition on Twitter within itself of active spaces, threads that you could be reading, so much so on. So it's in the modern era, I guess all I'm trying to say is the most important thing in the modern era, what I believe, is attention. And that's why advertisers are willing to spend hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars on these platforms because they're trying to grab your attention, right? Attention is so important. Keep that in mind. And we're all content creators. If you have ever posted a tweet, you are a content creator. Unless you're posting that tweet only for yourself, you are posting that tweet in hopes of somebody else to review it, somebody else to look at it, and maybe get a like, maybe get a retweet, maybe you could resonate with at least one other person. So in the modern era, content creators, and within content creators, it's the battle of attention. Cool. I don't know how I missed this, but this actually was released yesterday. Twitter is working on coins, an upcoming monetization feature that that it seems like it's going to be used for tips and other cool things that Twitter's going to. I don't know too much details about it yet. It might be uh, it might be cashed out in fiat, or it might be cashed out in crypto. Right. This is just still a rumor going on, but as you guys can see in the very first pin tweet to the top, that's how it would look. And the interesting thing about that, though, is if you look at the very next tweet I pinned to the top, it was reported by this Jane Wong, who oftentimes was a valuable resource in reporting a lot of early features for Twitter, for Meta, mainly for Twitter, I believe. Um, Actually, only Twitter probably. But anyway, she reported it. She was a very trusted source. A lot of things she reported. She reported things that happened months in advance or weeks in advance. But after she reported the Twitter coin by Jane, shortly after reporting Twitter coin, she disappears. Looks like Jane Wong has totally disappeared from the internet, Discord, Instagram, Reddit, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, everything. Her profile is now non existent, which is very, very interesting. I haven't done enough research to know whether or not she just decided to go missing, or it's just a very strange situation that I felt like was 100% newsworthy for the day. But the more grand scheme of things, I think is very cool that a Twitter coin is potentially coming. A lot of people in some of the comments said Twitter coin is just designed, it's just a name change for Dogecoin or whatever. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Elon has said multiple times that crypto wallet is coming to Twitter. Our crypto payments are coming to Twitter, and this could be potentially the first step into that. And we all know once crypto payments become a thing, a common thing, a modern thing on Twitter, then ENS adoption also takes place with that as well. Next, I would like to give a huge shout out to ZZC Group. We have our partners and management team in place. Me, Zero Zero Coins, ENS Trading Post, and we also will be adding additional brokers, designers, managers to help with projects. More details to come soon. And we also are also looking for devs. Devs, if you know a dev that's interested in working with us, shoot me a DM or shoot Zero DM or shoot Trading Post a DM. I think devs are a very hot commodity in this day and age. So if you know a dev that might be interested in partnering or working with us, or at least interested in having a conversation, let me know. But let me tell you this. Let me tell you this again. ZZC Group, we're pushing the ball forward, right? We're trying to innovate. We're trying to build. And I'm not saying, I'm going to say this. Sometimes they say manage your expectations. So I'm going to manage expectations before I promise, the next Gmail or the next Twitter or Meta or whatever. I'm not promising you the next that we're going to try to build the next Facebook or Meta or next super platform like we're trying to take people to Mars. That's not what I'm promising or what I'm trying to get at. What I am trying to say is that we're trying at least to actually build on top of the utility of ENS domains, right? And that may be clunky at first. That may be a slow process at first. That may be really good. It may be really bad. But what I do know is if we don't try and if we don't take the first step forward, who will? Nobody will, right? And what I expect is for it to, might be a little slower at first, but things to gradually improve over the course of the next several months and years. And that's all I can say. At least we're dreaming, and I encourage everybody here to also dream based off of what they have in their wallet um, to build. And last but not least, great post by 448. Sold over 40 ENS domains in the last 30 days. Quality names at the right prices are selling like hotcakes. And I think it's very true. If you have a decent name and you want it to actually get sold, you can't price it at 10 ETH in today's market. You can't price it at 20 ETH, right? Only super grails are actually going for those prices if you're paying attention as of right now. If you have a decent name that you know has some value, please price accordingly, and I guarantee you'll find a buyer within 24 to 48 hours. The guy sold 40 names in the last 30 days. Now, my approach and my strategy is a bit different, right? I'm holding all these. Either I'm going to ride these names to zero, or I'm going to ride these names to a fortune, right? And there's no in between for me. unless it's a digit, right? Unless it's a digit, then digits, I always say the liquidity is there. Get in and out of those positions as much as you like. But other names, either I'm writing it to zero or I'm writing it to a fortune, and that's how I feel about it. If that takes an additional 1 year, or 5 years, or 3 years, or 10 years, we'll see. We'll see how long before my legs give out in this 10,000-mile death march. Because at some point, some of our legs might give out, right? Some of our legs might give out, but I don't think mine are giving out anytime soon. With that being said, I'm going to pass the mic over to our co-host Ron. Ron, good evening, brother.
Hey, man. GM Kev, GM everybody. Yeah, when you think about your strategy, what your strategy is with your names right now, it's going to be different for every person, right? I'm more along the lines of Kevin or Master or Gary. I'm not really trying to actively sell names because I believe that it's too early. But so a lot of people are in that position. What Master talks about a lot, and realize he holds basically only grails, right? There's a big opportunity cost if he sells coin.eth today for $1 million or $2 million, if someday that's worth $20 million, right? There's no way for him to take that $1 or $2 million and turn it into 10x what he might get. So there's definitely a high level, and Master always brings, and I think Gary too, brings that high level of thinking where I don't even know. I know Master did sell a couple digits, whatever, and it's always nice, and turned down a big sale the other day, which might would be bigger sell than most people have ever made, but he knows that there's an opportunity cost to selling that, right? And I look at my names and it's the same way. Would I take less for one of my names today than I would a year or two from now? Absolutely. But I would have to think it all through. What's the opportunity cost there, right? What's the opportunity cost of me selling it too early? I've got a name. I would probably do it, but I wouldn't probably sell a Grail. I might though, like if I think a Grail's worth 30 ETH down the road and someone offers me 15 today, I might take it, right? But everyone's got their own strategy. Now, within that, within the amount of things that are selling and the liquidity that we have at our fingertips and stuff, there is an opportunity for someone to hustle, get out there and hustle and sell and make stuff happen, make less margin and more of it, right? You can sell one domain and make 10,000, or you can sell 100 domains and make 10,000. If you have that time, what's your time? What do you want to hustle and stuff like that? So I really don't think there's a right or wrong answer for anyone. But if you can't replace those names, if you believe that you can hustle some names and sell them and talk about them, and like I bought Fergie.eth from Guayman a couple weeks ago, right? He was talking when he had it. He was talking about it everywhere, right? Had it on Shark Tank. Was in everywhere talking about it. Do I think it's the greatest first name, or I kind of look at it more of a nickname for someone named Ferguson, because I know a lot of Ferguson's nickname Fergie. But anyway, it's I'm going to hold it. I can hold it for 5 or 10 years. It's fine. But I only bought it because he was talking about it, right? Otherwise, Fergie wouldn't have been my first choice. And I paid like 1.1, 1.2. I got a killer deal on it. I thought for a name like that, had a lot of searches, but I only bought it because he was talking about it, right? Otherwise, I wouldn't have. So I wouldn't have bought that particular name, I should say. So there is some value in promoting it, even amongst these spaces and amongst different groups you're in, and pitching it on Shark Tank, giving it that visibility. Got different platforms to do it, and that's fine. But my point is, it's different for everybody. Everyone's journey is going to be different. My personal thought is we're too early to really get value, so I'm not. Like I said, I'm certainly open to offers. I've got a few things listed, but for me personally, I feel like we're that early. I'm more in the how can I generate more income, raise more capital, and buy names at this point. When I feel like it's a buyer's market right now in ENS. Since we've started, I feel like this is right now is the best buyer's market that we've had, And so I'm worried. I'm focusing on raising capital and getting money, whatever, get an extra job, whatever has to be done to have more money to buy names. That's what I think is where most of the opportunity is. I don't think it doesn't mean real estate agents don't sell money and make money, and people you can't sell in a buyer's market, but it's really for the buyers. That's where most of the money is going to be made. That's where I think we are right now, and we're also in a builder's an opportunity to build. Right, it kind of. I mean, like 2 months ago, a couple months ago, I really felt like it was starting to take off from underneath us. Right, some VCs were sweeping 4 digits. They're fractionalizing 4 digits. I really thought it was, we were kind of in that launch phase. The rockets had started, but then we didn't blast off. And now, oh, hey, we got to reset. We got a few more extra months. So this is a good time to build. And I think we all have. And then, everything out there, the macro, the stuff with SPF, all that stuff slowed everything down a little bit. But we're still on the launch pad. Opportunities here, but it gave all of us a little more time to get more money, buy more names, get a little more sharper, do a little more research, do some building, get your projects further ahead for when it hits. We're really one big deal away from this thing going crazy, really. And we already know that all these big social media platforms are moving our direction. We're one massive deal from this thing getting exploded. We're like the Jack in the Box. If you remember those old toys, you'd sit and turn it. You didn't know when that Joker, whatever, is going to pop up, whatever. And that's where we are right now. That we're turning that crank, and it's going to pop. Conservatively, we can probably say we're 18 months away, 2 years away, but we literally might be 2 months away or 2 weeks away. We don't know. And then so we're here grinding, and that's why it's good to be here every day, hearing new stuff. I was on the space last night with not in space, but I was listening to Gary's call last night. Learned a lot about the DAOs, and there's some good conversation there. He's doing those, I think, 5 days a week. I'll be jumping on Bloom's call today, and I'll be jumping on the emoji, the ETH emoji call today at 6:30 or 8:30 p.m. I think Eastern time with NFT versus Flossin. I think that is under. I truly believe that's undervalued. Now that I know that 1 in 5 tweets has emojis, I think that's still. I think that's gonna. I think people like it. When I tell people about ENS and it's a new .eth, a new .com, and I tell them about emojis, they're always shocked. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know, but my feeling's good about that. I listened to Shark Tank with Flexter and Steven and Fireball yesterday. That was great. Great way to bring some for you to get up and refine your pitching skills, and also from to get some more awareness to your thing to help understand what people value these days. So anyway, looking forward to today's conversation, and just same. I've kind of got a project I'm helping with, and we officially are starting that any day now. Kind of a semi-officially started it yesterday and put all our funding in place. Looking forward to getting that, but it's a probably a year project before it's really off and running. We've already kind of been working on it for 6 months, but I'm glad to see Kevin and 00 and everyone out there that's grinding. Master, obviously, with Red Letter, I know is potentially days or weeks or months away. So excited about that and everything. So look forward to today's conversation. Look forward to hear what the community has to say. So definitely come up and say something if you got something to say, or say hello so we know who you are, if nothing else.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very well said, Ron. Back to the emojis, the 1 in 5 tweets use emojis. If you look at the recent updates from Vision, from in the categories where it shows the from who sold the domain to the to who sold the domain to, the from the to, the emojis look very clean. The emojis actually look the best in my opinion. I'm not the biggest emoji guy, but I am exposed to emojis, right? I think it's pretty apparent. Group conversations, text conversations. Look at the title of this space has emojis. It's very clear that emojis has been ingrained and is a part of our society. and it's something that we as humans use on a daily basis. So if you're still fading emojis, maybe you should think twice about it. I'm not saying become an emoji maxi. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying it's clearly very relevant in today's society, and it will only become more relevant moving forward. Thank you, Ron. That was good. We'll go ahead and pass the mic over to the vet, Master. The stage is yours, brother.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yes, I'm very happy today actually because we have another updated COVID policy in China published, which will be applied immediately with all cities. So right now, going to restaurants, you take a plane or you take a railway, the public transportation. Previously, you need to the 48 hours COVID test, but right now this is cut off. Right now is only very limited public places like kindergarten, and for the older men's the states like these places it will require COVID test, and in the hospital if you go in then you need a COVID test. The rest places no need, which means everything will be is recovering, and and today we see a lot of the traffic and a lot of the flights has been recovered, and and the people are starting to book tickets for biz travel, for personal vacation arrangements. So looks like things are getting better, so which is good because the government can no longer stay with that huge pressure, and a lot of money from the government, these funds has been used to do the COVID test, which is which was crazy, right? We see it's nonsense if the whole worldwide is not doing so, but only as a separate a single country doing so, then yeah, I don't see how it can go. But right now, yes, we're on the right track. So just now, I heard from Ron that he brought up a very, very good, point, which is about opportunity cost, right? For example, if I sell this domain by 100 ETH today, what else investment I can do if I know that someday it will be worthwhile of the same level of the price comparing to the .com, the same prefix of .com, which can be possibly tens of millions. What else investment can I make that additional 100x, right? So every time when we considering whether or not to do this, whether or not we are coward or we are not so brave to make the to have that courage to make the step, because we are always counting on the opportunity cost, because we are afraid of losing, because we might be calculating, if I don't do this, for example, if I don't buy this ENS name by 5 ETH, I can use that 5 ETH to do something else. And when we are calculating that, we usually will put that 5 ETH into our local currency with the fiat money, and maybe compare to the stock raise. If I buy a fund, if I buy if I put it into the bank for the interest, I will do a lot of simulation, and try to make a comparison on that. But maybe we are not on the right direction, because from my point of view, in most of times we are neglecting the opportunity cost by not doing so, right? We only calculating if we live a normal life, and yeah, we will be fine. And it is risky to do this, but can we just simply imagine what's the opportunity by not doing so? For example, a domain right now, I see a lot of good domains right now, which is not very expensive, 5 E's or 10 E's, but they have the huge potential of its same prefix .com can be sold for millions of dollars. I'm seeing those. There are still a lot of opportunities in the market right here. So yeah, I think these are the opportunities, and not only for maybe investing in names, in coins, because if you don't know these coins, if you don't know this domain project, if this really carries value or it's a rug project, then maybe your money will be rugs, then maybe the opportunity cost is very high because you don't know about it. But imagine, the same thing can be counted on, whether or not you participate a project, whether or not you go ahead and learn this. You will compare that opportunity cost with, if you don't learn this, then you can put the time to learn something else. And likewise, always, to measure what is the opportunity cost if you don't do so, right? Because in Web3, everything is possible, and we should not use all the traditional ways to measure our behavior right here. To me, to us, everyone in Web3 that we know in this space, for example, in Twitter, for example, everyone is each other's NPC, like a big game. And that's very interesting, right? We know each other. You know how I am like. You know how you guys know how Cap does things, which is I think people we normally we don't ask trust from others. We earn the trust after we've been doing a lot of works together. We've been talking to each other and confirm each other and be easier for each other, supporting each other for a while. So you know how you're like. Then by the next time, if you if you have a transactions that need his help, if you have some business, if you have some project that you can maybe work together, then yeah, you have the trusting relationships. That's how it works, not only in Web3 but also in the daily life right here, right now. So yeah, I believe that's maybe the most the output, the most harvest part that we can see for keeping doing this. Because my my family, my friend, keeps asking me what is the sense for you to keep showing up in a foreign language channel during a midnight time. So are you going to are you practicing your English, or you want to know foreign friends, or whatsoever? So my answer is yeah, yeah, of course I'm learning my English, I'm improving my English as a English speaker. But most importantly, I kind of want to exchange my views on the latest cool things with them. We have so many experts here, and we have so many people running their own projects here, whose English by chance is much better than mine. And yeah, I'm so honored to talk with them and and share all these. I'm having a so great time. So I think that's the spirit, that's the purpose for this space, for us to keep hosting, for Kev to keep hosting since April till now. So every time when we meet something, even for me, I have a lot of times I'm kind of suffered for having to join by this time, because maybe I have a late dinner. I have to pin a message to Kev and tell him maybe I have to be late because it is not over. Maybe someday I'm drunk, I'm having a guest or something. So yeah, I have to. I want to make some exception, but eventually I'm trying to say that persevere in one thing that you believe it makes sense. It's not easy, but yeah, if you can do it, and that proves it's worthwhile for me, or for the whole community to be here, to stand with each other. So this is no longer only a kind of a domain investment forums that people just collecting and flip names. No, it is definitely more than that. I think we are very early still on Web3, and I have already stepped out from that so-called domain soon, because I'm using domain to launch something and build something. And I very much want to prove that ENS is successful by using it to make some project really successful. And that project is from my very beginning. I have that idea, and I want to build it for my friends, build it for my beloved ones, build it for all my people that are very close and trust me, for them, a centralized platform. So I think that's something meaningful. That's something, the opportunity cost, that I cannot say any opportunity cost, but I can say if not doing so, I will miss a great opportunity for building something everlasting, which can be forever, if I renew the name for as long as much time as I can. It will be always be there. So yeah, I think I'm very proud for being here, building something. And by chance, I'm still holding some great ENS names. I'm thinking maybe, yeah, in the next 3 to 5 years, ENS will definitely be the mainstream, and more projects and VCs and even big companies, they will check what is ENS. And at the beginning, they might say this is nothing, so anyone can build this, which is correct. But after they check around, and they confirm about the details about Ethereum, they will know that yes, still it's quite valuable right here. If we cannot have something to replace Ethereum, then .eth unfortunately is still the answer. So it takes some time for them to think it through. And the steps, we must experience every steps ourselves. Step 1, 2, 3, the roadmap is always there, so we know how it happens. But we have been going through that web 2, that internet growing pace, and those years. So we know how how this film is looks like from episode 1 to the last episode. We've watched a lot of similar episodes before, so I believe we know what is going to happen. So every time, I'm asking the people, if you challenge the powerful of ENS, just let me know what will just kill Ethereum, or what will kill ENS, right? As long as Ethereum is still the most or best of the smart contract, chain ever in blockchain, so I don't think Ethereum will be killed, which makes .eth still be valuable. So I don't think this could easily be argued and be broken. So as long as that still stands, then yeah, rest assured we're on the right track. We're on a winning team. We don't need to do nothing. We just need to hold our gems. We just need to associate all our names to our addresses. And if you have any content, if you need to show the world your content, if you have some real name, just associate these contents, IPFS content, to these names, and let people know what you think, right? If you have some family name, you want to make your family history record on the D web, so that everyone knows your great family, then yeah, just do it and renew your name. If it's 5 character plus, just renew it for 100 years, right? Your D web lives longer than you do. Yeah, so that's why blockchain is invented. That's why Web3 will be so great. That's why why we are all here. I don't think any of us looks like it's a rock project and we are easily getting cheated. Then we are getting here. That's not the case. And because blockchain has some things that Web2, the traditional internet world, doesn't have. That's why blockchain is so attractive. Ethereum is so attractive. That's why we are all here. We believe the future is bright for sure. And yeah, we need to always do the right thing and measure the opportunity cost, not only the cost for doing so, but also the cost not doing so. I think we need to compare the both side of the coin. So I think, yeah, thanks so much, guys, for keep showing up on Kev's space, because I cannot thank Kev more already every single time for hosting this. Because of him, I am very very grateful to Kev, because before the first time I joined this space, I have kind of 500 followers on Twitter, and right now I have more than 5,000. So yeah, the credit is on him. And thanks so much, guys. And any questions, just let me know. And recently I'm a little busy and a bit tired on working on projects and this space, and as well Water Cup. Sometimes I need to stay up late if there's a team I'm in favor of. But yeah, grateful. Today there's no game, so that I can show up on this space the first time. Thanks much, guys. You have a great day.
Yeah, Master. First of all, thank you for your kind words. I would say that, and two things I want to say about Master and this community. I want to say one thing about Master, and I want to say one thing about the community. The type of guy. Remember yesterday, Ron? Not yesterday. I think it was probably Monday Space. Ron was making a comparison, and he said something on the lines of, "Just Shields is the type of guy on the Titanic ship where he would basically let you go on the escape boat while he stays on the ship to sink." And I thought that was the ultimate compliment that you could give somebody, right? Because that's crazy to think about. Master is the type of guy, on his birthday, he gifted me a Grail domain, right? And it was so wild to me because in Eastern culture, that is unheard of. That is unheard of. The guy's like, yeah, you know what? It's my birthday, but I appreciate you. So here, like, you get what I'm saying? That shows the true character of an individual, right? So I appreciate you, Master. I'm pretty sure the whole entire community appreciates what you bring and the perspective you bring. Listen, you want to stay up late and you want to just chill on the space while you watch the World Cup, you drink some sake or whatever. That's straight with me, man. Next, I want to give a huge shout out to this community, right? Because from this community, I've seen so much greatness, so much intelligent, smart, ambitious individuals that's not only here for a quick buck. We've seen the ones here for a quick buck. They came and went. They came and went, right? They was here for a little bit. They came and went, and I don't just mean on this particular space it specifically. I just mean in general. We know them. We could probably think of a few of them. As things, especially as ENS started to dry up. they're long gone. But little did they know that this is a long-term game. This is not your 2021 10K PFP collection that you buy, you mint, and then you dump it the first chance you get, right? So this is a very special community, and through this community being so special, I know a lot of greatness is going to come out of this. I've seen a lot of other great spaces, a lot of great builders, a lot of great things happening day by day, inch by inch, week by week, month by month, which makes me even more bullish by the day. And that's why I keep showing up. I don't show up for myself. I show up for this community. But ladies and gentlemen, this is ENS Updates. We do this every Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we talk about all things Web3 market related with a focus on ENS. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic over to the sixth man of the year, NFT Verse. The stage is yours, brother.
GM 5159. Appreciate you as always. Staying consistent, having the show, man, having a place where the community can come, as an open forum, and be able to bounce ideas, perspectives, just natural, organic alpha off of one another. I enjoy this space every single morning. Shout out to RN1.eth, Master.eth. It's just amazing to be up here with you guys and be able to share the speaker panel and the co-host at times with you guys. I love doing it. Been doing it for a while now with you guys, and I love every minute of it. I feel like I learn something every single day that I come into this space. Shout out to Gary P. I see Flossing up here, 0069, keycap.eth. Shout out to everybody out there, OX, Wizard, Young SB. Yeah, so everybody, the whole entire community, I mean, I call everybody's names. I would if I could, but, I just try to make sure that I do spot some people out in the audience, and that actually are here just tapping in and engaging all the time. So definitely appreciate each and every one of you. Wednesday is hump day. Wednesday is hump day for me. We got the update show in the morning. I got the 100K cat PFP collection with Novax. We got that space today, and then we have the emoji space at 8:30. So the 100K cat is at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the emoji space is at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Emoji space is getting a lot of people. A lot more people starting to come into the emoji space. I think that's important to kind of call out, just because a lot of people, may not kind of understand what maybe Flossin and I have kind of seen, and some others, not just Flossin and I, but I think me and Flossin probably been some of the vocal ones out there, including some others in the ENS community, just kind of talking about the emojis and the use cases and things like that, and just the versatility of the emojis. So I think it's, if you guys can tap into that space today, the emoji space, I think you'll get a lot out of it. Even if you can go back and listen to the last one, there was a lot of great information shared in there. So yeah, so busy day today. So make sure you definitely tap in. I tell you one thing I do miss about the show is 3402. I miss 3402. I miss 3402 coming in here and doing the weather update, man. That was pretty cool, Kev, man. I really missed that, man. Hopefully we can get 3402 back in here to do that, man. That was amazing. But yeah, man. So just one thing to the whole entire community. Number one, thank you again for showing up. Thank you again for engaging. I want to just say this and just let everybody know this, because I'm just sharing this with you guys, because it's just a part of reality, right? It's a part of the reality that we live in. My cousin was hospitalized today. I'm actually going to see him, and man, I tell you, he was over at my house the other day, and he was in such great spirits. I mean, you would never think that anything was wrong. He just looked good. He sounded good. Um, and now I got to go see him. He's on a breathing machine right now at the hospital. I say that to say that. we're not promised to tomorrow, right? So we're all in here today, and we're doing things that we love, and we're having fun and everything like that. But at the end of the day, there's no contracts. There's no smart contract to your life. There's no smart contract to you waking up tomorrow. That is not guaranteed. So when you're out here and you're doing certain things and you're moving certain ways, understand that you may not open your eyes tomorrow. So make sure you're out here moving in the right way. Don't let things be so distracted that you're out here and you're acting a certain way or doing things that you have to question. Or if you look in the mirror at yourself, if you have to question yourself and say to yourself, man, why did I do that? Then you shouldn't have been doing it in the first place. Okay. Um, we got to really take life for what it is. We got to really enjoy life and live life to its fullest, but don't live it to the detriment of others. Make sure that you're out here. When you see something that's wrong, say something. When you see people that are doing wrong, say something. Because when I leave this place, I'll tell you this: when I leave this place, I want to leave this place knowing that I've done everything that I can to put a smile on people's face, and I want to leave this place knowing that I've done everything that I can to make sure that I've lived the right way. At the end of the day, I got to go see my cousin today, and I don't even know if he's gonna make it. So, not to bring down the mood, but because that's reality. Life is a reality. We're born. Death is a reality, and we're gonna die. And at the same time, I just want people just to realize that. So I don't mean to bring the mood down, but I think that sometimes we got to have a little peek into reality. As we're moving so fast out here, we could be, running full speed one day and be gone tomorrow. So love on your loved ones, love on your family, love on the people around you, because you just don't know that expiration date. So I say that to say, I gotta go take care of some business today, Kev. I want to pop on here today, man, and give the community some love and show you some love out here, man. And so I'm gonna be dropping off in a few minutes because I gotta go get ready and head out, man. But I appreciate you always. I appreciate the community. Thanks for tapping in. But just take that advice, guys. All right, I'll leave you guys with that. Have a great day, man.
That's deep. That's deep. And in a lot of ways, right? I think one, I want to start out by saying love and prayers on behalf of the entire ENS community. Hope all is well. Please keep us updated if you want on that particular situation. If not, then I'll probably chat with you in the private DMs. And Verse, you are a gem, a true gem to this community, brother. So keep your head up, and I know exactly how it feels in that situation. And I think I talked about that very message, I think last week or so. And for me, this is why I appreciate the community, right? Yes, it's not all about the money we make along the way, but the friendships and the connections we also make along the way, right? To be able to hop on this quote unquote social media thing and be able to have a friend to talk to, be able to have somebody to share insight with, to be able to have like-minded individuals that you brainstorm with, so forth and so on. So I don't take none of that for granted ever. And I think that legacy is probably the most important thing, because the truth is, when you're gone, you're gone. And the only thing anybody will ever remember about you is the way you made them feel, the way you made them smile, the value and the impact you brought into their lives. So, uh, cool. With that being said, I'm going to pass the mic over to the legend, Gary Palmer Jr. The stage is yours, brother.
Hey, GM, everybody. How's everybody doing? Yeah, Wednesday's going good. There were a lot of nominations last night that closed. I think the nomination period closed for the retroactive grant from the Dow, giving $1,000 a month. It's retroactive for your past work, and there's no strings attached. But it's gonna, for the people that end up winning it, it's gonna give them $1,000 a month each month in 2023 to sort of encourage them to continue doing whatever they did. in 2022 that awarded them that grant, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of things happening that we should be paying attention to. We need to be paying attention. People often worry about the entrenched powers seeing crypto as a threat. Well, Hayden.eth, founder of Uniswap, was saying not enough people worry about entrenched powers seeing crypto as an opportunity, right? And so we believe ENS is the de facto naming service of Web3. We believe it's the winner. We believe it's going to overtake, the naming layer of the stack. And we believe it so much that we believe that, Fortune 100, Fortune 5,000 companies are going to be purchasing their ENS names. They're going to be developing on top of their ENS names, right? So if we think that, what's to stop us to think that they're not going to look at crypto, they'll look at ENS, see it as an opportunity. And that's why we need to be paying attention to these things, how they're happening, what's happening in the world. With that, we need people that paying attention. We need people voting. We need people sharing information. We got to create a full-blown Web3 ENS immune system so we can respond quickly, efficiently, effectively. So we can communicate, so we can receive information, disseminate information, analyze information, communicate information. And part of the ways that we can do this is by paying attention to what's happening in the forums, because there's a lot. It's too much for just me to be paying attention. We all have a couple full-time jobs, and so we all got to be paying attention to the forum. Something else that's happening right now is that we're about to go through, we are actively, as of yesterday, going through the nomination process for the working group steward elections. So we have 3 working groups. We have the meta governance working group, which is like the power stone of the working group, if you will. And then we have the ENS ecosystem, how things are interconnected with each other. And then we have the ENS public goods. It's making good things happen, spreading money around. All of these are dealing with the community. I think the ecosystem and the public goods are a little more dealing with the community. But if you're interested in being in a working group steward, to be the steward, to be the leader of the working group, you can nominate yourself. I got the link to the forum, and or the DAO page, which has a link to the forum, and I pinned that here. But this is a paid position, right? So you get a little bit of payment your way. It's not much, but it's honest work. And you lead the calls, and you come up with ideas, and you work with the other volunteers on ideas, and you ask for a budget, and you execute against your budget, and you communicate between DAO holders, like delegate token holders, delegates, the community, core devs, people across the community. It's a really cool position for someone that has the wherewithal, the vision and the understanding. And I think it'd be great if we can get more people to come out of our community to step up and to look at these sort of aspects of what's possible. So that's happening right now. Super excited about that. Waiting to see, how that goes and what happens. Just how are we going to continue connecting, continue building, continue working together? The bear markets, this is the end of the year. We got to have some end of the year celebrations. We're going to have like a end of the year holiday party on the Minting Coins show. So if you want to be a part of the holiday show, definitely DM me, get in my DMs. We have up to 10 people on the show at once. But we have a lot to celebrate with near 3,000 ENS names registered, over 600,000, unique addresses participating. There's just a lot of wins in terms of growth, in terms of adoption, in terms of utility and utilization of this technology. Like everything from ENS Vision coming on the scene to the .eth project, enhancing, what ENS names are doing. In 2023, it might be rough. It's like crypto could do really well, tomorrow. Like it can go to the moon tomorrow. but macroeconomically, 2023 might be, like a rough year. And so how do we continue building? How do we continue connecting? How do we keep up this energy? Because, we're not going to lose everybody. There's going to be people that are going to stick around through the entire bear market. I've seen it before. And it's cool. You get to see who sticks around, who doesn't stick around. And some people don't stick around because it's hard to hold on. They don't leave because they don't care. They don't leave because they don't believe in ENS. They leave because life is hard and they need money. They need cash flow, and they realize the good times aren't here. They got to focus on their family. They got to keep food on the table. They got to keep their life together. And maybe they had a bad set of circumstances, and maybe they didn't plan accordingly, right? And so I just want everyone to be top of mind about the good times and the bad times. I'm not going to be here and be a weather be good friend, and leave when things are rough. And I'm not going to lie to you and whisper sweet nothings when I believe personally like rough times are around the corner. What I'm seeking to do is to reinforce my position, to reinforce my community, to reinforce everything around us that we have to create strength, right? Because when we move together, we're stronger than we move apart. And the same thing is true when we think together. The same thing is true when we act together. The same thing is true when we do everything together. Speaking of doing everything together, tonight in Minting Coins is actually Whiskey Wednesday, so we're going to be drinking whiskey together. And if you haven't subscribed to Minting Coins, go to youtube.com/mintingcoins or twitter.com/mintingcoins. We simulcast everywhere. And if you haven't been on the show yet, DM me. Feel free to jump on Whiskey Wednesday tonight. I don't know what Thursdays are called. Right now we're calling them No Rules Thursdays, but there's got to be some rules. Even if there's one rule, maybe the one rule is that there's no rules. We don't know. The point is that stick around, keep building, be honest with yourself, and start asking, how do we reinforce the community that we have, and how do we move together as one?
I agree. I agree in a lot of ways. And I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, nominations are open for the working group steward. And if you think Gary Palmer Jr. will be a great steward for ENS, please throw up some hearts, throw up some likes, throw up some 100s, throw up any emoji on your keyboard that you could find right now. There we go. I'm starting to see a little bit of emojis. There we go. There we go. There we go. Gary, I think as a community, we should nominate Gary Palmer Jr.
I am trying to put this shit on one of you guys.
No. The other day, a guy literally came on here and said, it took 10 of us to be one Gary. It took 10 regular people to be one Gary. There's nobody else you can put this on, Gary. There's nobody else, in my opinion, who I think is better.
Sometimes I feel like it takes 10 Garys. It takes 10 of me to be one of me. I just need help. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot on my shoulders, and I mean, like I said, sometimes I feel alone, and I'll think about it, but I want other people to stand up too.
Definitely. Gary, I know we were talking about it a lot on Minting Coins last night. Thank you for having me again. I'm going to try to tune into Minting Coins more frequently as a speaker. But Gary broke it down very, very well yesterday. And I think it's important, especially within this community right here, for several reasons, that we have one of us represent as a steward, because we're in the community day in and day out, right? Gary's always on spaces listening. 00 guys like Zero. I'm not going to go down and name every single name, but what I mean by that is those of us who are paying attention to the community could best serve the community, right? And not it. Yes, it's about dial forms and this, that, and the third, but my opinion is also about there's actually real people actually building, that's talking on spaces, that's communicating, that's not necessarily making a form on the dial. So I have a lot of opinions I'm going to reserve for myself. All I'm going to say is, if somebody in this space decided to go about and take that position, you would have my full support, especially Gary Palmer Jr. Let's go over, and by the way, Gary Palmer Jr., your name flows off the tongue very easily, and that's why I like saying it. But let's go over to Julio, the founder of ENS Latino, one of my favorite shows as I try to learn Spanish or try to improve my Spanish. The stage is yours, brother.
Hey, what's up, Kev? Greetings to everyone on stage and founder, co-founder, however you want to call it. We are a 50-50% co-founding team. Just want to shout out to my Johncito down there, and I'm not forgetting about you, my bro.
Well,
Here.
tell John C to hop on stage too.
Oh yeah, Johncito knows he can hop on stage whenever he wants. But I was listening to the conversation about verse, and sorry to hear that, brother. I think life is short, and we gotta take advantage when we can. That reminds me what Master was talking about, and Ron about the holding on to grails, and I think to a certain extent remembering that I think it's important to always like we're here in the trying to get people to bring mass adoption to the space. I think some of us are going to have to sacrifice some of these profits long term. There's a lot you can do with the money today, and if you could wait 50, for 50 ETH, and you can sell today at 10 ETH. I think 10 ETH is a great deal, for something that you could potentially sell for 5x because the market needs to move, and we need to also help that. So a lot of people here today need to sacrifice some of these quote unquote grails so that other people can start running. Right, we need to start walking and jogging before others can sprint. So just wanted to say that life is short. Take advantage as well of grails that you might have today. I mean, do not sell all of them, but some profits need to be made. Nobody has gone crying to bed because they made some profits. And just with the stewards, I think that's great. I always appreciate this space because the first time I heard about like the actual DAO, Gitcoin, all this stuff, I think I heard it first from Ron and Gary Palmer. And Gary Palmer has always been also a great supporter of the ENS Latino and all the proposals we do. So we definitely appreciate that. It doesn't go unnoticed. But I think, yeah, it's definitely important to support us within this community because there's a lot of people that can step up to the plate and represent us in this protocol. So yeah, I'm up for that as well. If some people step up to be stewards, I know that us at ENS Latino, we would support that because we definitely want our representation adequately there. So yeah, I mean, I just came up to say hi. I haven't been here in a while. I love the conversations that are always developed here. And Gary Palmer, I'm back, bro. I got my voice. I'm healthy. So I'm gonna hit you in those DMs. I found your YouTube channel. I think it's a great thing you're doing. So props to all of you. Thank you, Kev, for having me up here, and looking forward to continuing on this journey with you guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you for being here, brother. If you guys aren't already following Julio, go ahead and give him co-founder of ENS Latino Morning Show a follow, especially if you are a Spanish speaker. If you're a Spanish speaker and you haven't tapped in to the ENS Latino Morning Show, aka the Buenos Dias Show, shame on you. Let's go over to John Cito. John Cito, the co-founder of the Buenos Dias.
Blessings to everybody. Glad to be here. I just made it back from my trip, so I was just listening here. The kids got out of school early, but I love the vibes of the show. It's a daily basis. But today, NFT verse, your vibes, what you said, it really hit me, and I know you said it was a little deep, but that's what life is about. Moments like that. Whoever understands, understands. And we continue doing our thing daily and our daily thing. So thank you for your words that really, really touched me, and the vibes. Ronnie, Master, Gary Palmer, everybody here. I love being around. So uh, I expect to see you guys, even though you don't speak Spanish. In the buenosdias.eth, we translate everything, and the doors are always open for everybody. So thank you for having me here. Bendiciones a todos. Blessings to all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You guys go ahead and give John Cito and Julio a follow. Great guys, great show out there, hosting every morning right before the ENS update show as well. Um, Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, this is ENS Updates. We do this every Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't already retweeted this room, please feel free to give us a retweet. If not, no hard feelings. I do want to say this space is open to everyone, right? It doesn't matter if you're a newborn expert like Gary. This stage is welcome. Any questions, comments, anxieties, frustrations, whatever it may be, this is the place to let it out. This is the place to talk about it. This is the place to even come up and introduce yourself to the community if you haven't already. Now, I want to go over to Flossin. Once upon a time, Flossin used to be the weather reporter of the ENS Update show. And he was a darn good one at that. But sometimes you don't know what you have until it's gone. And ladies and gentlemen, I have lost two weather reporters in the span of 8 months. Two very good ones at that, right? And this is my first time saying this. I lost two freaking weather reporters in the span of 8 months. Listen, Flossin was great, but 3402 was a fan favorite. 3402 was a fan favorite, believe it or not. But Flossin, if you would like to be the weather reporter for ENS Updates, the position is open. Or listen, anybody who wants to be a weather reporter for ENS Updates, the position is open. It just takes one individual coming in and stepping up and saying, hey, I'll do it. I'll do it. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic over to Flossin, a.k.a. Triple Water Gun. The stage is yours, brother.
Damn, Twitter's rugging me again, bro. Here I am. Okay, I was gonna get my horns going and everything, but I'm having technical difficulties. But GM Kev, hey, I'm glad that someone's giving me a job, right, or offering to give me a job, because I definitely throwing my resume out because I hate not being able to tap in like I used to. But things will be changing first of the year for sure. So definitely, man. Hey, at least let me come back. At least do it once a week, bro. I miss it. But real quick, shout out to Master, shout out to Ron. Shout out to Gary Palmer. Tried tapping in a little bit yesterday, minting coins, but YouTube, I don't know. I'm having problems with my account too. I can't message. I was trying to message you guys while y'all were speaking, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to try to figure out what's going on. Someone's definitely, I don't know, after me, I guess. But shout out to Verse too, man. Definitely your families and my thoughts and prayers. I know what it's like, brother, to go through some instances like this, but DM's always open via chat. We can always hop on a Discord call. Phone's always on, so definitely give me a call, brother, if you need a chat. Thinking about you. So shout out to other people I see down there. Stephen Miller is in the crowd. ACV, Drea, my boy Wizard, who has been MIA for the last couple of emoji spaces. I'm kind of depressed that he hasn't been popping up. Yeah, thumbs down, man. Like, give yourself those thumbs down. Don't be throwing them at the community now. But John Cito, what's up, dude? Julio, my guy. Trying to tap into y'all spaces every morning when I can. It's been kind of crazy in IRL, but love what y'all are doing over there. Can't name everyone, can't give everyone a shout out, but I'll see y'all down there, Doobie, Mr. Hoddle. So, yeah, a lot going on, Kev, man. Emojis, got the emoji space, 8:30 p.m. Eastern tonight. Trying to do that once a week. Might try to start doing twice a week. A lot of good things happening, right? Still low volume. Saw my boy Evan, 15, picked up Cho.eth. It's a real popular Korean last name. He's definitely ready to huddle that for a little bit. I told him what's better than going to get those Korean flags too, the emoji Korean flags. I think that's would be a good set for that last name and the emojis. So definitely got him thinking on that. Saw some other good buys right earlier. Went blank. Have a lot going on, but there's definitely a lot going on, right? So I'm trying to step up. Kind of debating, am I going to go and get a quad emoji? Am I going to go get a single emoji? I think now's the time to buy on some of these things, whether it's some solid digits, whether it's keycaps, standard digits, if it's some people still like the Arabic. I mean, I think there's a lot can work, right? I mean, we are in a bear market, so there's less liquidity, but you think, this shall too pass, right? Markets are forward looking. So don't forget that. I think we're closer to the bottom than the top, obviously. So, but a lot of deals going on, man. I like this space, Kev. Thanks for always hosting it. Thanks for all the insight. I'll try to tap into whatever it is, ENS Maxi Spaces, Latinos. I think Christine's hosting some now, Shipper Fools. I just try to be everywhere I can. Can't be everywhere though at all times. So thanks again, Kev. I'm just gonna don't have much else to say and actually get back to work. So let me go ahead and yield the mic, my guy, and I'll try to tap in again tomorrow.
Cool. Yeah, I appreciate you hopping in. Triple water gun or triple pistol, whatever you like to say. I think triple pistol sounds a little bit better. I'll be tuning in tonight. Believe it or not, Flossing and Verse actually was the guys that got me into emojis. As you guys can see, I have the quad mics over here. That it's very sentimental to me, right? But hey, listen, I will sell it for the right price. When that offer comes in hopefully the next 12 to 36 months. Go ahead, triple pistol.
Bro, you need to go ahead and start linking those quad hyphen mics too, man. Like those are under the radar too, because here's a little alpha. Bezos actually minted some quads. You can go check his wallet and see quad hyphen emojis he minted. So definitely don't sleep on those quad hyphens. $5 renewals as well.
And there we have alpha from Flossin himself. Quad hyphens. By the time I get to it, these DJs will probably have already minted them out. All good. Let's go over to the one and only, my guy Cameron. He's loading up on stage, is connecting. My guy Cameron, how you doing today, brother?
Yeah, can you hear me, Kev?
Loud and
Oh,
clear.
beautiful, beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, you know the vibe. We're back at it again. We can't stop, won't stop. It's all gas, no brakes. I'm happy to be here, guys. It's a great day for me. I'm thankful, guys. I'm thankful. Today, December 7th, a king was born today. So I'm being reborn today. And yeah, man, it's a phenomenal time for me. It's a great time for me. And I think there couldn't be a better place to spend and share your birthday than the ENS community. So it's been a couple of days, a couple of sessions. I wasn't able to get on the mic here and share some love and positivity and support and shit, but I feel like, yeah, man, today is a great day, so why not? Fuck it. So just wanna tune in, give my support, and you know, as always, learn along the way with you guys. Everything that was said here is very, very important, guys. I don't get to talk about this with my neighbors. I don't get to talk like this with my coworkers. I don't get to talk about this with people that I meet in real life because everybody's busy. If nobody got time for you to listen to all the crap that we're saying here. So this is definitely some unforgettable time, and I think this is the place where I want to be. So, Kevin, thank you. Ron, thank you. Master, thank you. Gary, Flossin. John Sitio, muchas gracias. Muchísimas gracias. Julio, te amo, bro. Te amo. So, I just wanted to tune in, give my little shout out. It's my birthday. I'm going to be hosting a little space later, 1 p.m. EST, and I want to have all my fans with me. It's nothing special, but I feel like if I hear you guys and as usual, space in between spaces will be laughing and making people laugh, having fun. That's all we need in this life, man. Life is very, very short. As the verse said earlier, tomorrow is not promised, man. Tomorrow is not promised. Whatever you can do today, don't wait for tomorrow. Do it right now because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So, guys, I'm happy to be here. I want to learn with you guys. Stay safe out there. Put a smile on somebody's face, man. It doesn't cost you no gas to do that. It doesn't cost you no money to say good morning to your neighbor. People are so busy, but they forget that we are human beings. So yeah, Gary Palmer, thank you for your knowledge that you be spitting all the time, nonstop. Unfortunately, I haven't joined Minting Coin yet, but I'm coming, man. I'm coming with that gas, bro. You know the vibe. We can't stop, won't stop. So, guys, I'm gonna stop talking. I just wanted to tune in, give my little shout out, respect. Much love, Kev. Keep doing what you're doing. We can't stop. Let's go.
Happy birthday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you coming on, man. Way to celebrate your birthday. Happy birthday to you, Cameron. I'm wishing you many blessings, love, light, success, prosperity, and all positive words in the dictionary, man. Happy birthday, brother.
Damn, bro. You just gave me some goosebumps, Kev. Damn, you got my wifey like, oh, she's singing along with the tune. She like happy birthday. I'm like, yo, man, this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm talking about. I will expect that. I will expect the bomb, but that's something special. So, Kev, definitely thank you. Of course, with your permissions, I went ahead and pin a tweet for the space of 1 p.m. If everyone feel like, yeah, I'm worth 1 minute of your time. Tune in. We're gonna have a whole bunch of people from the ENS community because we can't do this alone, man. The whole community, we as a whole, we keep moving forward, but one person will fall. So let's go. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone in this space.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Happy birthday again, man. And celebrate and have fun, bro. I'll be tuning in. I'll definitely stop by for a few. Let's go over to Mr. 618. Welcome to ENS Updates, brother. How you doing today, man?
Hi, Kev. Hi, everybody in there. Master, it was a great talk. Like, it's always a pleasure to listen to you. Gary Palmer on top, Flossin, Triple Gun, Ron, everybody. John Cito, como estás usted? Tranquilo, todo bien? So, shout out to everybody in the space, NFT Verse, and everybody in behind, like, ACV, represent the French Caribbean, Drea, Army followed me. So I just came to say what's up to you guys and happy birthday to Cameron. No gas, no break. That's, a special day today, December 7th. Congratulations on that birthday. 7 is a lucky number. So I'm just going to post something like, not post because I'm taking too long to type a message. I'm a DJ, I have like 2 minutes to think. But for a special like birthday present for the community and for also being somebody from the Sagittarius constellation, I'm gonna give you guys alpha, little alpha. To I don't know, you can Google it. The name is like giganame.io. So on giganame.io, I found like different categories of name that you can register that are like pre-categorized. And I found like a star from the Sagittarius constellation called Cos Media. And I registered Cos Media that if which is like a star in the Sagittarius constellation. And I just wanted to share the name because today is like Cameron's birthday and we are in a Sagittarius constellation. And I am a Sagittarius myself. So Sagittarius people are great thinkers. You can look at people like Jay-Z, which is a Sagittarius, Nicki Minaj, Sagittarius. And from ENS France, Cameron, I'm a big fan of one rapper that is named Booba. And Booba is also like a Sagittarius. So if you type the name Cos Media, Kaus Media, that if you're gonna find like a little planet which is belonging from the constellation of the Sagittarius. And thanks for putting me up there. My phone is gonna like crash soon, so I'm not gonna stay too long. I'm gonna go back into school, fix my fire alarm, and yeah, I appreciate being there. Shout out to everybody and have a good day. And yeah, thanks for putting me up. And I'm gonna go back to my fire alarm work and listen to you guys. All right, shout out to everybody.
Yes, sir. Thank you for coming on and tapping in, Mr. 618. All love. Appreciate it. And shout out to the Sagittariuses out there. I myself am in Aries, the best, the only, the first and the best, right? As an Aries would say. But cool, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and say go over to any final words from Ron, Master, Gary, Johncito, Julio, Cameron, Flossin, anybody before we probably call this one a day.
Yeah, I'll have to say happy birthday to Cameron, and also thanks for reminding me that both my sister and my brother were born today, a year apart. So I didn't even know. I didn't even know. I didn't even know it was already the 7th. So thank you and happy birthday. And yeah, good space today as usual. Great thoughts. Great. Yeah, it's just that's why we're here. You know, we can get in a short amount of time. We can get caught up. Sometimes we're just pure alpha, right? Sometimes we're just pure alpha. Sometimes we're more life lesson. But I'll tell you, yeah, I think we're forming something here, which is potentially some lifelong relationships and contacts and stuff. And I think that's there's few opportunities in life. I mean, uh, kind of Web3 brings that to us. Other than that, unless you've been like to college together, or on a sports team together, in the military together, or in the Peace Corps together, or whatever, I don't think we always have this this kind of opportunity. And I think we have some super impressive people that are in this community, and I think are and once again it's a worldwide. We used to, in the early days, we talked about, I've said this before, we talked about the worldwide web, but what would say think global but work local, because really there wasn't an opportunity to work global. But here it is, really, on this call every day we have people from all over the world. So this is truly, Web3 is truly um, worldwide opportunity, right? Crypto, ENS, blockchain is truly a one world type opportunity that's bringing everyone together and can bring changes. And the crazy thing is, I promise you, if such diversity in here as far as political, religious. I mean, I mean, there's so many diversities. If we really wanted to count all the differences, I'm sure we'd have some long lists. But what matters is that there's common ground, ENS, blockchain, and some, freedom of speech, all these other things that we believe in. Even though I promise you, there's a lot of things we don't believe in, but there's the common ground, which is so lacking, at least here in the discourse of America, right? It's so lacking. People are trying to, I mean, like I see, my sister, I was asking about one of her lifelong friends the other day, and yeah, that she'd been friends with since college, right? And I guess because of political differences or something on Facebook, they're not talking now. It's just crazy shit. But bottom line is, it's we're never gonna believe in, the best we can hope for is to find some common ground, and that's what we've had here. And we've been able to appreciate, benefit from each other's knowledge and camaraderie and whatever. And that certainly is more needed in the world. And I think Web3 and blockchain and ENS has brought that out. And I hopefully that can kind of flood back over into the rest of aspects of our in real life stuff. So anyway, great space today as usual. Happy birthday, Cameron. And yeah, looking forward to keep grinding with everybody. Got only
Happy
9,000
birthday.
miles to go.
Happy birthday, Cameron. Have a great one, and every day a special day.
Thank you so much. Both of you guys are pure legend. When I say legend, like literally masters in the community. So coming from you guys, I really appreciate it. And yeah, Ron, yeah, I'm glad I was able to my birthday was able to remind you, the one from your siblings. Please don't forget, get in touch with them. Yeah, man, that is very smiley for me. So I don't want to take more time. Thank you everyone for the witches. This one goes straight to my heart, and is I can't forget this. But sure, as I also, if 5159, of course, with your permission, I want to give shout out to a couple of people in this space that has inspired me so much. Everyone in this space inspired me, but yeah, I feel like Gary is definitely someone that you need to take example from, the hard work that he's doing and stuff. So is not passing unnoticed. We got Steven here, Steven from the Shark. Steven, please check your DM. I DM you. Steven is a great guy. We learn from every day on the Shark Tank. We got the verse, man. The verse is here to keep it positive for us, and he's having also the Friday happy hour. And people come on there to have fun, to forget about all of these, hard work that we're doing here, relax, kick back, and have fun with people, everybody kai and laughing. So I enjoy it, man. 0-0, you can't stop, won't stop. I see what you're doing in the vision side. You and Sadaf, you guys are killing it on the vision. So definitely, man. I also want to shout out to Pickball. We got Nader here. We got Wavy. By the way, guys, please, builders are here. You just gotta give them credit, man, because the credit is due. If you're not building, somebody else is building. Just support them, man. Just support and say, hey, man, you know what? Let me retweet this for you. You know what? This is great. Make them feel great about what they're doing. So Wavy is an example. So he have gave us a tool that everyone, if you have an ENS name, if you're not using that, that's the minimum you can do. Use a VNS for. It allows you to redirect your your Web 3 directly to your website on Web 2. So if anyone need more information, tune in with Wavy. He's down there. He's doing some great stuff, man. So we also got Doobie here, and so many people here. I can't even go along, man. So I just wanted to shout out to these guys here because they were doing some great, great stuff in the back, and they need to be noticed. If they're not noticed, we need to talk about it so they can be noticed. So thank you again. Thank you so much, everyone. Enjoy your day and keep smiling, man. There's the light at the end of the tunnel. Let's fucking go. We can't stop, won't stop. All gas, no brakes. Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir. Cool, cool. With that being said, y'all, I think I'm going to call it a day here for ENS updates. Thank you guys for tuning in to another amazing episode. We'll be back here again at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Thursday morning, and then again Friday, and then again the week after that. So with that being said, 5159 is out. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Peace.